end. So I go back to the beginning of the novel and I cycle through the whole thing, adding little details and so on. So when I get to the end of the novel, I know who my characters are, I know what their character arcs are, I know what kind of Chekhov's gun that I need to add at the beginning to make everything cohesive in the end. Maybe by this point, I know that my character loves vintage clothing, so I'll go back to the beginning and make sure that I mention that throughout the novel. If, let's say, an uncle shows up in the last chapter to save the day, I'll make sure to mention the uncle several times throughout the novel. Little things like that just to make sure it's consistent, that everything is set up properly, and that it's engaging. Because sometimes when you think of a scene and you write it out, and then you go back and reread it later, the scene is very different on paper than what you remember. And you'll think, oh, well, I remember that park being so lush and beautiful and full of people. And now I'm reading it and it's just a park. That's all, there's no details.